back to Empress Expressions. My name is Amber and I am the Empress here. And today I just want to do a mid-month energy check-in with you all. So we're still in the month of January 2024. And this month is governed by the soul nurturer. And our year, of course, is governed by the soul communicator, the number 8. But I just specifically want to just check in and see how everyone is doing when it comes to this month of the soul nurturer, number 1. Now, just a quick recap on what the soul nurturer is. The soul nurturer is number 1 within the living soul guidance system. It is a feminine submissive energy. Its universal principle is going to be vibration. Its division of self is going to be emotion. Its driving pursuits is going to be acceptance. And its core value is going to be reflection. And then last but not least, the famous love style, that's going to be emotional. So let's check in. Okay, so the first thing that I want to check in with you all on is going to be your goals. Let's revisit and reflect on some of the goals that you possibly set at the top of this month. How are those goals going? Have you made progress on those goals? If so, have you celebrated your achievements? Have you celebrated yourself in the progress that you've made? Now, it happens, but have you fallen back or fallen short on some of your goals? If so, consider readjusting those goals and possibly making goals that are more realistic right now. So, how are you coming along with your goals this month? First check in. Okay, second thing that I want to check in with you all on is going to be your self-care. How is your self-care routine going? So when I say self-care, how are your mental practices going? Are you checked in with your breath? How is your nutrition going? Are you eating what it is that you know you need to eat? Are you eating what your body is telling you that you need? For most of us, it's cold outside. So I know for me, my diet changes when it's cold outside, especially with the physical activity that I do when I go to the gym. So my nutrition changes during this time of year. How is that looking for you? And then lastly, I just want to check in with your sleep. How is your sleep? Are you, getting enough hours? Something else that I've noticed for myself, and maybe some of you can have recognized this, but I've noticed I don't need as much sleep these days. So how is your sleep going? And I still feel very rested. So how's your sleep going? Are you noticing that you're sleeping harder? Do you notice that you're feeling extremely rested if you go to bed by a certain time? Just different things, down to, do you know not to eat a few hours before you go to sleep? How are you doing? How does your sleep, how does your self-care routine feel this month so far? Feel free to comment down below and let me know. So next, let's check in with your emotional state of being. So how have your emotions been? Have you noticed persistent feelings of joy, happiness, or sadness or stress? If so, regardless if they're one or the other, I would advise, make note of those. And then to the best of your ability, try to identify the source of those feelings. Where are those feelings coming from? What specific events and experiences are you having when you have these sorts of emotions and feelings? One of the beautiful things about emotions are they are great indicators as to where to go next or what to not do. Our emotions are really beautiful ways to help us navigate throughout our day and where we should go, what we should do. So checking in and understanding the source of those emotions, I find can really, really be beneficial. So yeah, how are your emotions at this time of year? I know during this time of year, I have witnessed other people mentioning, that this time of year can be kind of sad, or they may have some seasonal depression. In the past, I have experienced that. This year, I haven't experienced that so much. This year, I have felt more of the need and the desire to really just love on myself and really just stay checked in with what Amber needs at all times. So how are you coping and dealing and or enjoying this time of year? This time of year has been really amazing for me. Also, one more thing. When you become more aware of your emotions, it can really help guide you to amplify and create and have more positive experiences. So you're not so much a victim of your emotions, but you're more of an observer of them. So yeah, use this time to just really observe your emotions, okay? From the soul nurturer's perspective, which is super gentle and full of compassion and nurture and care. So be gentle with yourself, but observe how you're feeling and find the source, find the root if you can. Okay, so next, let's talk about time management. How is your time management this month so far? Are you really mindful of like the balance within this month? Because like we know, the soul nurturer can get pretty caught up in things outside of themselves, right? Which isn't bad. This energy loves to invest and commit to others in, their interest and their comforts. Not a bad thing, but there's also a beautiful balance that has to happen so that we don't find ourselves, slipping into our shadow side of the soul nurturer, putting ourselves on the back burner or being taken advantage of. So, how is your time management? Are you finding a good, solid balance between work and play and home life and whatever else you may have going on? How is that balance? Are you, we're at the mid-month. Do you feel like you've gotten a good balance so far? Or are you still struggling? If so, just take note of it, become aware of it, and ask Spirit to kind of guide you in which direction you should go. But just make sure that you use compassion with yourself as you navigate that if you find yourself on the more imbalanced side of things. If you're on the more balanced side of things, I think that's great. Continue to do what you're doing and continue to observe as well. Okay, lastly, let's check in with our priorities. Is it time to reassess our priorities? Are we on track and in alignment with our priorities? One of the things you can ask yourself when it comes to evaluating your priorities is, do my priorities, are they putting me on a track towards my goal or towards my goals? If they are, perfect. If they aren't putting you on track to accomplishing your long-term goals or even your short-term goals, then there may be a need of reassessing your priorities, because the thing is that you can't prioritize everything. You have to prioritize what's going to get you closer to your goals, because if you don't, then your goals are just wishes. Goals have processes that come before, processes that equal the accomplishment of a goal. A wish is just something that you think of, that you want, but there is nothing that is being implemented before it to accomplish it. So since we have goals that we're working towards, we have processes, we have steps ahead of those goals, and those steps have to be made up of priorities. So what are your priorities? Are they, are you putting your energy and your time into the things that are going to produce what it is that you want in the long term? If not, then I would advise to take a step back and observe from the soul nurturer, the soul nurturer's energy of just that mother archetype, and just gently observe yourself. You want to invest your time and energy into things that truly matter to you. And one of the good things about reassessing your priorities to just make sure that you're still on track is that it gives you a sense of purpose. Again, sometimes it reignites that fire in you, right? So that's what I have for you. This is your January mid-month energy check-in. I hope that this helped you just kind of, maybe put yourself back in alignment with some of your goals, just kind of a check-in to keep you on track for all of the beautiful things that you are aspiring to have and be in this year 2024. I'm here to help hold you accountable to your dreams and your goals, and to utilize these amazing energies that are at play each and every month as we navigate the year of 8, the year of the soul communicator 2024. Again, if you do not have your living soul profile report, I highly advise that you get that, because it's important to know where these different archetypes may fall in your report. Also, there is the personal year forecast so that you can see what areas of life that are going to be prominent in this year. So there's a lot of good stuff out here. There's a lot of very useful material that you can use if you're serious about creating and having the life that you want. So I am your living soul profiler. I am certified and ordained to help you navigate this beautiful guidance system. So hit me up if you have any questions. Down in the description box, I will have a link for your living soul profile, along with some other information. If you have questions, email me or drop a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and to like this video. And until we come together again, I send you peace, I send you light, and I send you love.